celebrates Constitution Day tomorrow, May 17, the Scandinavian country's National Day. Last night, the embassy celebrated with partners and advocates. Norway joins Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Switzerland in marking the 7th year of the European Free Trade Area's free trade agreement with the Philippines. With us now for more is Christian Halaas Lyster, the Norwegian Ambassador to the Philippines. Good to see Ambassador Lyster. Welcome to the program and happy Constitution Day.
Thank you so much, and I'm very happy to be here with you this morning.
And day before Constitution Day, because it's May 17th,
Yeah.
and it's a big celebration that you have in Norway that you want the world to know about. Why is it significant?
We celebrate the world's second oldest written constitution still in force. It's our constitution from the 17th of May 1814. It's something we're very proud of, and every year we have big celebrations in Norway. We have children's parades, we have marching bands, and people in the streets. So it's a big deal. It's something that we are really proud of, and we had an event last night, and then on Saturday, on the day itself, so we're going to celebrate with the Norwegian community in Manila as well.
How big is the community here?
Well, it depends a little bit, but I'm guessing that on Saturday we might have a couple hundred people. We'll have a marching band. We will walk around. It's a bit hotter here than back in Norway.
It is, for sure.
Yeah, but we'll still kind of do the traditional things.
Right,
Where
sounds like
we put the children in focus.
Sounds like a lot of fun, and it is in the spirit of freedoms. As we're talking about freedoms, and by way of that, the right to suffrage, you've seen firsthand our just concluded midterm elections at the start of this week. What did you make of it? What are your initial observations?
Well, first of all, I would say congratulations to the Filipino people, because basically what touches me is that everywhere in the Philippines, people go out of their way to cast their ballot, to vote. I think I saw a number, about 80% of the eligible voters actually came to vote, and that's something to celebrate. So even if your candidate didn't win, just being there, casting your vote, that's an important thing, and that's an important principle for any democracy.
It is a high voter turnout, north of 81%,
Yeah.
which says a lot. I know that the EU had also been involved in the way of being observers. There's an observers mission that came over here in the Philippines, and Norway is part of that.
Yeah.
So how did it go for them, seeing it from the outside looking in?
Well, of course, I can't comment as such on the monitoring team, but I'm happy that we had 5 Norwegian observers as part of the observation mission, and it's important. It's important to invite people in to observe. We also do it in Norway. We have upcoming elections in September. We also invite observers. So I think it's a good thing, and I think it's important for any process. And I know that there were also observers from other countries participating, and it's important to, because every democracy can always kind of do something better the next time around, and I think it's always important to learn. But the most important thing, going back to the fact that people came, they voted, and that is a celebration of democracy. I think that's the most important thing.
Apart from the elections, you're also involved in peace. In this country, Norway is a third-party facilitator in the peace negotiations that dates all the way back to 2001. But you're also involved in the Bangsamoro process. And as you know, we do have a plebiscite that was scheduled towards October. What is the role of Norway in that?
Well, first of all, we have been involved in the Philippines for a long time. And not only in the Philippines. This is important for Norway. We try to work with partners to promote peace, to promote reconciliations. And of course, in the BARM, we have been part of the independent decommissioning body for a long time. We're the vice chair. We also have 3 Norwegians on the ground working for this independent decommissioning body. And that's important because that's a very, very important part of the peace agreement. So we're trying to support the Philippines moving forward in implementing the peace agreement. And right now, I would say that with everything going on in the world, with all the challenges we have, with Russia's attack on the Ukraine and other wars and struggles going on, I think the Bangsamoro is actually something positive. There's actually a peace process that is moving forward. Yes, it's taken time, but still it's moving forward in a positive way. And that's, again, something to celebrate and something to showcase for the world. And that's why we're here, to support this process moving forward.
The European Free Trade Area is something, I would presume, something to celebrate about with all what's going on, the global policy uncertainty. But how has that moved on between the Philippines and the EFTA, now celebrating its 7th year? Have we made lost ground in those 7 years and pursue closer free trade and investments between the Philippines and the European Union?
Absolutely. And for countries like Norway and the Philippines, we're open. We have open economies, and for us and the Philippines, it's very important to have free flow of goods, trade. It's an important thing, and of course there are challenging times now, but for the free trade agreements, it's really something to celebrate. We see that trade is increasing. We reduce barriers. And it's been working. So yes, we still have a potential to utilize the free trade agreement even more, but we've seen a positive development over the 7 years.
Which areas then are we going to pursue in the next maybe 7 years, given the global uncertainty?
I would say that partnerships like we have through a free trade agreement and other partnerships will be very, very important. And I think also for countries like the Philippines and Norway, we really have to stand up for multilateralism and to have systems that work globally for the whole world to create certainty and not to create more uncertainty. So I think that will be very, very important.
We've got about a minute. I'm just curious, what ways have you discovered salmon to be used in the local dish? Because we know salmon's a miso, but you've discovered a couple of others.
Absolutely, and we're actually getting more and more Norwegian salmon into the Philippines, and it can really be used in a lot of different dishes. I've tried salmon in Bicol Express, and it's really good. It's fantastic, and it's so healthy, right? So if you can kind of replace other stuff with salmon, it's healthy, it's good for you. I also tried it in the traditional fish soup, and it's amazing. So you can use it in typical Filipino dishes, and it tastes great.
Great. Well, we'll try it at home. Thank you so much. And happy Constitution Day. Have a great celebration
tomorrow. Thank you so much for having
me. Appreciate it, Ambassador.
Thank you.
And that was Christian Halaas Lyster, Norwegian Ambassador to the Philippines.